Hello and welcome to Ingnomia, a remake of Gnomoria. Now, this game showed up on Steam actually this weekend, although it's obviously been in development for longer than that. This is a free remake of the game Gnomoria, which you may be familiar with. Gnomoria was released, I think, in 2016, although some might say that Gnomoria was released a bit prematurely and that it wasn't fully developed up to its potential, I guess, although it was still a pretty fun game in its own right. Now, the aim of Ingnomia is to build up a new game in the same style and develop it to the point where it has at least all the elements of the full version of Gnomoria, and then develop it beyond that with new features and so on. Now, this game is, it is in early access, and so there might be some, I'm almost certain there's going to be bugs, but that is just to be expected. But I just wanted to take a quick look at this, because Gnomoria was a really fun game, and it's a sort of city builder, village builder management game where you manage indirectly a group of gnomes in a procedurally generated map, and you can construct and tunnel and craft just about everything you want to build out a nice little kingdom eventually of gnomes and defend it against invaders. So I don't think there is any music here, but that is okay. As I said, it's still in pretty early development. Now, at the map creating screen here, there are more options than you would find in Gnomoria, I think. Got some difficulties here, and I'm going to set it at medium. Going to start with 10 gnomes, which is pretty standard. Now, there are some different trees here. I think there aren't as many trees as was in the fully developed version of Gnomoria, but that is probably something that's going to get added in later on. It's got some allowed wild plants here and wild animals, and there are quite a few more animals here than was in Gnomoria. Apart from that, I'm keeping everything here at default and up here as well. And we got a size slider here, which I've cranked up to 700. Sea levels can't be changed. Neither can ground, and you can change flatness around though. And I think, not sure if this indicates that flatness increases here in this direction, or that having more on the flatness slider increases flatness, so that you get more peaky terrain over here, but I'm going to assume that this decreases flatness even though it increases it. But I don't know. I haven't really checked that out. This is basically my first play of this, my first try at this game actually. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, let's just create a map and see what we get. And here we have our newly created map, and first impression is that the graphic style is very much the same as Gnomoria, which is what you would expect. There are some slight differences in the way the trees look and to a certain extent how the gnomes look, but apart from that everything looks pretty much the same. And the UI also seems very familiar. So you got the mining stuff here and some agriculture here and building and so on. So how big is this map actually? Let's zoom out a bit, and we got some more gradual zooming compared to what we had in Gnomoria. Now the map seems to be pretty big actually. And in case you wondered, I've added in the music myself, because there isn't any music in the game yet, but I'm sure there will be in the future. So I think I'm going to just start digging some spaces around here and get started like I would in almost any other Gnomoria game. So we got a fairly large hill over here and also one over here, and I think I'm going to dig in here and probably flatten this area out later on and use it for agriculture. So let's just start digging, give some digging orders there. So I'm going to build a few rooms here, and not entirely sure what I'm going to use them for. I guess this is going to be a dormitory. If there is access to a dormitory here at this particular stage of the game, and then just dig out a few rooms around here. Not sure what I'm going to use all of them for just yet, but I'll figure that out later on. So let's also dig some stairs down. So that does create a stair. Okay. So dig a small space around there, and then I got a stair down here, and let's dig another level down as well. So let's also start taking some clippings of the trees, so I can start chopping them down too. So I can't take this is the clippings, right? No, that's picking fruits. Okay, so where is the clippings? Well, maybe I don't have access. Okay, let's just chop a few trees down. We're going to need wood, so just take all these trees down. Got some fruit on them. So okay, so I can, so I can't do that on the pine trees, but I think that's pine trees. But on the trees with fruit, I can at least pick the fruits off of them. So I'm going to do that on a few trees. Maybe chop a few more down over here. And also going to forage a bit. So this, I think only, so this only forages what's on the, no, it might actually cover the trees as well, so never mind. But we'll forage some of the stuff on the ground here. And what else are we going to need early on? Stockpile, maybe? So I'm guessing I should dig a decently sized stockpile here. Maybe over here. So we'll have a large room here that is going to be our stockpile. Right, so this should do for now. And is there anything else I could build? So we got workshops here. We probably need a crude workbench once we got some materials. So we're going to wait a bit for that. And let's have a look at our population. So if we go here and have a look at skills there, we can change the professions from here. So we got miner, which is doing everything, I guess. So he doesn't need to do, miners don't need to be medics and caretaking, brewing, cooking, and all that stuff. So we'll remove most of this. They are going to be not prospecting either, not bone carving. So they are just going to do mining and stoneworking, I guess. Do we have? Oh, we do have a separate mason, but I'm going to also let the miners do masonry and stone carving. But they're going to have mining as their top priority, then masonry, then stone carving, then construction, then hauling. So they are designated to hauling and construction as well. Though I think they're going to do hauling before construction. Then the farmers, They have horticulture and farming. That is fine. As hauling too. So that is okay. And nothing else. So that is fine. And then we have the woodcutters, who are woodcutting carpenters and wood carvers. That is also fine. And they are not doing construction, and I guess they don't really need to do that. Though. And then finally we have the masons, who are just doing masonry, and they can also do stone carving. Yeah. And I'm going to put them to mining as well, but mining is going to be the bottom priority for them. They're going to have masonry and stone carving as their main priorities. Now I want to add some new professions here. So what we could use is a builder sort of profession. I probably don't need too many doing this, but they are going to do only construction hauling. And I'm also going to add another profession called a cook. And yeah, so they don't need to do construction, they can do hauling. I think I'm also going to assign them to caretaking and medicine. They can be brewers, cooking of course, and probably not farming, that's not needed, and they can be butchers. Right. Now, do I have any doing animal husbandry? No, the farmers don't have that, so I'm going to add another profession called rancher. And they are going to do animal husbandry. They can also do maybe that's fine. Can also help out with constructing. And they are going to have animal husbandry as their main priority. And well, did I? Right, okay. So that wasn't selected. So let's select this again. Let's just make sure everything is in order here. Now okay, so somehow the professions didn't get selected the way they were supposed to, but right, so let's just double check everything here. Right, so I think this is fine for now. Right, okay, so that is the professions we're going to have. So we have this table here, which I assume is just a table of all the skills that the various gnomes have, and there are quite a few of them. And I think we could go ahead and start assigning. So okay, well, yeah, okay. So I need to just select it again. So Mary seems like a good mason, so I'm going to make him a mason. Though he's kind of good at carpentry as well, but I think I can assign someone else to that. So now it seems like all these professions have been assigned, but you could also, I think, change them. So you can assign particular tasks to particular gnomes, so you don't have to be restricted by just assigning them what their profession is. So, right. Let's see. Let's just let the time run for a bit and see if things happen. So we've got some unemployed people here, and I don't think I start with any animals. Not sure if there are any animals added into the game yet either. There may not be. And in which case I don't really need a rancher, but... Right, so what do we have here? So the contents of this, wheat seeds. So, and we also already are at night here. Or let's get some fields growing here. So we could probably have a nice big wheat field over here. And that could have priority 1. I think that gives it a better priority than a larger number, but I don't know. So, well, let's see. So I think you could also have another field, which might be a somewhat smaller field for strawberries. so these farmers are getting on the job and working that out. This guy is a builder, so he doesn't have anything to do at the moment. Just waiting for materials to be gathered. So I would like to find some stone so I could start getting the crudest workbench available. So, and this does look like, well, is this stone or is this sand? It doesn't, well, yeah, sand, raw soil, okay. So maybe I'll have to dig down a bit to find any stone. These fields are getting on their way. So I do have a honey badger over here, or a badger. But I don't think that's going to threaten us at the moment. But hopefully it won't get any closer. So I'm going to start digging further down. That's not really right. So let's get it at least lined up like this, and try to cancel that before any. Okay, I was too late. Never mind then. Never mind. Cancel that instead. No, that was too late as well. Okay, that doesn't look too good, but oh well, what can you do? So I guess we'll have a larger room down here. I should probably deconstruct one of those stairs because it doesn't look too good at the moment. So I guess I could start designating some rooms, and this just says room, but hopefully I can make at least one dormitory here. So yeah, I can select a dormitory from here. It doesn't have any beds. Not sure if I can build any beds at the start. Let's have a look. Nothing there. No, I don't think so. Okay. So in Gnomoria you could build straw beds at the very start, but I didn't see any option for that here. And okay, so yeah, I think we found some stone down here. So I'm going to take this out. So this wheat field has been tilled, and I think we've planted all the seeds that we have. So yeah, 81 tilled plots and 20 seeds planted. And we also got this strawberry field that hasn't been tilled yet, but I'm sure that's going to be done later on. And these guys are digging out the rocks down here, so I think we should be able to build a crude workbench now. So we could put that, guess we could put one here and then another one there, and the builders should get on that. Right, so we have a crude workbench here, and I'm going to make planks, I guess out of pine wood. So I'm going to craft two, and craft two, well, maybe 12 planks. So let's hope that does the trick. And that barrel is moved inside, that is nice. Anything else I should build? Maybe some sticks? Or, well, let's get a few chisels. And after that you could build 5 sticks actually. Maybe craft a 5 instead. And this area is dug out, so we should have plenty of stone now. And let's have a look at some of the workshops that we could build. So carpenter, sawmill, stone cutter. I'm going to have to craft a workbench and a chair. This is going to take a workbench and a saw blade. Chair, workbench, chisel. So can I build workbenches from this crude workbench. I better, yeah, no problem. So we'll get a couple of workbenches and a couple of chairs. So I do have something out here that I probably could use. Now let's try and set up a ranch, even though I don't seem to have any animals. So, oh, there's a lot of animals here, but I don't have any. So, but I'm going to just reserve the space for animals later on. Maybe I can import them, maybe not. I'm not sure if that feature has been implemented. And I think I should build out some more rooms in here. So we'll have more space for workshops. So now we should have all the materials we need to build another workshop, and I think I'm going to get a stone cutter first. So get that there. Should probably dig out some more rooms here because I need more space for more workshops. So if we build a corridor down here, for example. And I think the miners are kind of busy, so I also ordered them to dig a bit further down. So this guy is certainly busy with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to get anything out of that, but you can go a little bit deeper. Maybe I should also build a dining room. I'll just prepare the room for it. Don't really have anything to put in it just yet, but I could build some stairs up here and have a dining room on the floor above all the workshops. And I'm guessing this small digging project here is done for now, so I haven't encountered any minerals or coal or metals yet, just stone and dirt and sand. And we have a, so the stone cutter here is done. Make stone blocks. So I'm going to make sandstone blocks and put that on repeat. So we'll have someone busy making that. Now, do I have the materials to make another workshop though? Not yet. I still need a workbench. And I should think about getting a kitchen at some point, but that. So I'm still waiting for someone to build that workbench over here. It is on the top of the queue. There is a carpenter here, but it doesn't seem to be doing the job. So, okay, maybe I'll start doing it now. I'm digging out a room over here, which is going to be the main. What's it called? A grand hall or something? The main dining room. So I'm going to designate that once it's all dug out. So we look at the kingdom here. Now there isn't any migration mechanism yet, so to add gnomes we'll can just click here. So not sure what that does yet. So if you have a look, Gwen, I guess, is a new gnome, so you could just add gnomes indefinitely, and or as many gnomes as you would like. So that is going to be changed later on. I also finished finally building the carpentry workshop here. So here we can create quite a few new things. So we can create, going to have one haft and one hilt, a knife, but I can't really make that yet. Why didn't it stay as craft 2? I don't know. Okay, well, let's just make another haft and another hilt. And we can make some bed frames and some beds, but we can't make any mattresses, so that's not really needed at the moment. Wheelbarrows, that's going to be useful, so we'll get a couple of wheelbarrows. The next workshop I should look into is going to be so I guess the stonemason, and we do have all the materials we need for that. So let's put that there. And there is a lot of people gathered around here. I told them to start stockpiling some materials in here, so I think that's what they're busy doing. So they can also put all the halves and hilts in there. I don't have any food storage yet though, but I'm thinking I should make some room up here for a kitchen and have a food storage up here. So we could have a kitchen like this, and then a food storage room over here. And I'm going to designate, let's see, this as a dining room, dining hall. And the first harvest has come in, it seems. So we got wheat straw and wheat grain, and I'm guessing we could make that into bread once we get the kitchen up and running. And that should be available for us to build once the knife is done here at the carpenter. And we got this gnome on it already. So let's build it like this. And I got some space for another workshop over there. And this is the food storage, so all the grain and apples and carrots and oranges are being gathered in here, so they are easily accessible to the kitchen. But that will be it for this short look at Ingnomia, a free remake of Gnomoria, which is currently in development in early access. It is available on Steam. You can just go and get it for free. It doesn't cost you anything, and if you liked Gnomoria, it will be, I'm sure you'll be interested in having a look at this as well. So maybe I'll be coming up with some more videos of this in the future.